Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute. So it's been a while since I've been able to actually dabble in some makeup, considering it's wedding season. As I mentioned in my prior video, everything's been kind of hectic all over the place, you know, helping out friends and all that stuff. So anywho, I had some time, so I thought, why not dabble in some makeup and show some of the products that I just recently got. So if you want to watch me put on a full face of makeup, review some products that are new to me, then keep on watching. And put all this hair back. As you can see, my ends are kind of damaged, so if you guys have any tips for that, that'll be much appreciated. So we're going to go ahead and put on my little kitty ears, and I'm going to step right into it and start off with the No Problem Primer from Touch in Sol. It's actually a really nice primer. I'm gonna go ahead and take a tiny dab of that, just a tiny bit, and you want to focus it on all your T-zones or where you have enlarged pores. So I'm gonna focus that on my T-zone, a little bit under the chin, and work my way out. Alright. And just to hydrate my face a little bit more, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. This is from Wander Beauty, and I got this in my BoxyCharm box. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put a couple drops of that, and then apply that so. It's good to have a little bit of oil because you don't want to take away all the saturation in your face, because otherwise your body realizes the absence of oil and will actually create more and more oil. Same thing with your hair, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that in with the primer. Alright, so now that the face is all primed and has a little bit of oil, and I really like this oil, guys, because it leaves a little bit of luminosity. I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Hourglass foundation. I have two shades right now because it's post summertime and I'm that weird in between color right now. So I'm going to mix Golden Neutral and a little bit of sand. I don't know if it's going to show up. And apply that throughout my face and beat it. And you really don't need that much because this is actually a very full finish foundation, but I'm just going to go ahead and mix some up. Pull that out. I love that on the face. Make sure you're also getting your neck because you don't want to look uneven. It would be really weird if your face was one color and then your neck was a different color, don't you think? Go ahead and do that. And to blend out my foundation today, I'm gonna go in with a brush. I just preference. So we're gonna go ahead and beat that up, or rather brush that in. And I think the mix of these two foundations actually works really well for me because, again, I have that weird in-between skin tone right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and brush this in, and to save you guys the time, I am gonna be right back. Alright, so now that I'm back, I'm gonna go ahead and conceal using my Magic Star concealer. I'm actually a little bit sad because the top of my star actually broke off. I was doing a friend's wedding makeup and I threw this in my travel bag and it just broke. It was really cute, guys, but I guess it was my fault because I was a little bit kind of manhandling my makeup because I was in a hurry. So really sad, but again, still really beautiful packaging. I'm gonna go ahead and conceal to the gods. So we're gonna go ahead and conceal under the eyes, my smile lines. And this is really easy to apply, guys. I really like the doe foot applicator. A little bit on the forehead. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in. And then again, to save you guys the time, I'll be right back. So I actually forgot to mention that my concealer shade is C15. I really like it because it's pretty light and it gives me that nice highlighted effect, but it doesn't look too cakey. I also bought the C0, I think, which is the absolute white one. Just in the case that during the winter time I get a little bit lighter, all I'm going to do is do a little dab of the white, lighten up my concealer. So now that all of that is blended out, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows using the Gimme Brow by Benefit Cosmetic, and I am using number 3. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill my brows. I don't really feel like penciling them in. I already have a little bit of a shape, hopefully. And I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. And this is really good, guys, for if you're on the go like I am. It's just quick 1, 2, 3, and then you're pretty much set. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm just going for a very filled in brow, nothing too crazy. Not gonna go for those Insta brows today. So just go ahead and 1, 2 like that. Now that the brows are on, I'm gonna go ahead and go in and use some blush. I am just going to use the Laura Geller blush, and I'm just gonna apply that on the apples of my cheek and work myself upwards. I'm not gonna go for any bronzer today because I don't really think I need bronzer or contour right now. So we're just gonna ever so lightly apply to the apples and work my way up, kind of giving a little bit of a blush contour, if I had to say. So we're gonna go in and ever so lightly work my way up towards the temples, and just like that, give myself a little bit of color. So now that the face is laid, I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with the Jeffree Star Magic Concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes using the concealer. You don't really need that much, just the tiniest bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and dab that into my eyelids, so like so. Gonna ever so lightly dab that into my eyes and let that get a little bit tacky. This is a really great concealer, guys. I love the consistency of it. You don't really need to dip in that much. It doesn't really have a fragrance, which I also admire, because sometimes makeup has very strong floral scents, and that drives me absolutely bonkers. So we're gonna go ahead and blend that in, get my eyes all nice and prepped so I can start my eye look. So now that the eyes are concealed, I'm gonna go ahead and go into my Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Good Morning and just gonna lay down the base. So I know that Jeffree Star actually released a new palette with Morphe. I was debating whether or not to get that one, but I decided not to because the colors mostly consist of green and pink. I mean, I love pink, but green is not really my favorite color, and they had a couple golden hues and stuff, but it didn't really fascinate me that much, so I decided to pass on that. But I did get the Jeffree Star brush collection, and I also got the setting mist. So I'm gonna try these in just a little bit. I'm just laying down the colors first, dropping everything right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put down that base like I mentioned before. And what this essentially does, guys, is it makes it so you don't get hyperpigmentation, and also helps with applying the rest of your eyeshadow so it's not too patchy, it's not grabbing in certain areas, and all over. It just gives a nice smooth finish. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, so now that everything is set down, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my brushes, and I'm gonna create a summer into fall look. So I'm gonna mix a little bit of maroons, reds, and pinks, and hopefully it turns out well. I am not 100% sure. So to start off, I'm gonna go into the color Suck and use that as my transition shade. I'm gonna ever so lightly transition the top. And oh, sorry. If I'm looking this direction, it's because I have a mirror right here. So we're gonna go in with the Jeffree Star JS8 brush and go ahead and ever so lightly put that into the crease area and work a nice wing out. I really like these colors, guys, because they work so nicely. They're not too hard like some palettes where if you just lightly touch it, what's the word I'm looking for? Too much pigment. So this is nice and buildable. It's easy to blend out, and I really like these brushes so far, guys. They're really soft. I'm pretty sure that they're synthetic, but it's really soft to touch, and I really like the pink aesthetic. It looks really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and transition that upwards. I'm gonna go ahead and do that on the other side as well. Okay, going in with the JS12 brush, I'm gonna go ahead and tap into the shade Licorice, which is a nice burnt red kind of color. Right over here. I'm gonna go into Licorice, and I'm just gonna apply underneath where I just applied Suck. So I'm gonna tap ever so lightly and apply it underneath where I just put Suck. So, and what that essentially does is just darkens out the crease where I had put Suck. I'm just gonna put this underneath and just kind of define the crease a little bit more. Not trying to go too crazy though. And blend and buff it out. And I really love how the colors blend really nice and easily. So it's not like, it doesn't look detached, it actually blends seamlessly together, so it actually looks like it's uniformed rather than being two different colors on my face that look like it's not working together. Alright, so going in with my JS13 brush, I'm going to go ahead and tap into the color Raspberry, which is a nice burnt maroon kind of shade. I'm going to go ahead and go in for the outer corners and work my way into the center of the lid. We're going to go ahead and darken right underneath where I put Licorice. We're going to go ahead and darken and work our way up and in. So now that I have Raspberry on the outer corners and worked my way in and darkened it up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and go into the JS11 and I'm going to tap into the color Cotton Candy, and I'm going to work that from the middle to about halfway into the inner corner. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my brush, tap that in and shake off excess, and go ahead and put that into the center of my lid and work my way halfway into the inner corner, leaving a tiniest bit left. So we're going to go ahead and apply that. And because of the brush I'm using tapping motions, not swiping. So I'm gonna actually pick up a little bit more product from that and tap my way in about halfway to the inner corner and leave that tiniest bit left. You don't want to go too high up either, because then you're going to ruin all the work you did in the crease. Going in with the, what brush are you? JS10 brush, I'm going to go ahead and go into this light shade called Bubblegum. And I'm just going to apply that over top wherever I put cotton candy. And that's just going to help slightly brighten it up, just tiniest bit. And I'm going to put it right on top where I put Bubblegum. And that's going to go ahead and lighten that up the tiniest bit. I'm trying to go for a nice gradient of fall to summer. So we're going to go ahead and go into that Bubblegum again and bring that in. And same thing, don't go too high up into the crease, because then you're going to lose all that hard work. Just ever so slightly tap that in. And do so on the other side as well. I'm going to go ahead and bring that right about here. So going in with my JS10 brush, I'm going to go ahead and go into my color swatch, or switch, whatever you call it. It makes it really easy because all you have to do is swirl the brush around and you can dip into a new color. So I actually got this from Sephora not that long ago. It's actually really easy. So now all the color is off my brush. I'm going to go into the color Wow and put that in my inner corner, working it into the center, and that's going to help bring a little bit more of the summer essence. So we're going to go ahead and tap into that, work off excess, and again tapping motions instead of swiping with this brush is going to help bring that out a little bit more. So I'm going to actually tap into more product. Yellows are a little bit hard, so we're going to go ahead and do that and do the same on the other side. Alrighty, so now going in with a pencil brush, I'm going to go ahead and tap back into Raspberry and just bring that underneath my waterline just for a nice smoky effect. And it's also going to help darken and intensify my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Raspberry and apply that underneath my eye like so. And I'm just going to go ahead and connect that to the outer corner. Work my way in and do so on the other side as well. Right, and like I said, it intensifies the eye a tad bit more. I am going to go ahead and go into another brush. If I can find it. I'm gonna go ahead and go into this little cute angled brush here that I got from Luxie. It is the mini flat angled brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply the shade Snack into my inner corner right here just to bring a tad bit of highlight. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that right into the center on my inner corner and do so on the other side as well. And that's just going to help bring a little bit of focus back to the inner corner of my eyes. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the eyes, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go into this Appeal Gel Liner in Deep Taupe. I'm going to put that underneath my waterline. I just want to darken up the bottom. I don't really want anything on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the waterline. And I'm going to actually do this off camera because it's a little hard to and look at the same time. Alright, so now that that is all set with the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and just prep my lips. I'm going into the Velour Lip Scrub from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I'm going to go ahead and scrub my lip a little bit because it has been a little bit dry. So that's gonna basically optimize moisture in my lips and make it easier for me to apply the liquid lip. This stuff tastes amazing. Go ahead and and it's just like, I know it might gross some of you out, but it just tastes like candy. Like, honestly, I would just buy it to eat it. Okay, so now that my lips are nice and scrubbed and very moisturized, I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick and the color Christmas Cookie, and I'm just gonna apply that to the lips. I really like the applicator on this one as well, and apply that like so. I kind of like Christmas Cookie, guys, because it's more of a your lips but better kind of color. And it kind of brings the whole look together. So, of course, no look is complete unless you go in with some setting spray. And I am using the Set and Refresh Mist from Jeffree Star. What's cool about this mist, guys, is you don't have to constantly click the spray. It's keeps going just with one click. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. Oh, it smells so good. And it's called Starberry, and it smells amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and let my face dry, and I'm gonna pull you guys in for a closer look. Alright guys, so this is the finished look right here. I really hope you guys like it. I really do love the combination of foundation on my skin. I really love Hourglass and stick foundations because it's good to just throw in your bag. You don't have to worry about it breaking or going all over the place. Again, I left no liner on the top because I just really wanted to accentuate the colors and focus underneath to bring out that fierceness. I really love Christmas Cookie. I love the smell. I'm happy with all the products that I used. So I really hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Look out for future videos where I'll be adding more and more stuff to the giveaway. And I always appreciate you guys. Thank you so much again for watching. Look forward to my future videos. And I'll see you in the next one.